Hey guys, Jay with Effective Fitness. We're going to look at today the body lock. The reason I like the body lock so much is I can be in multiple different positions on the subject and still be able to get a body lock. So I can get a body lock from the front, I can get a body lock from the side, I can also get a body lock from the back. My head can be in front, my head can be behind. So I'll explain all those here in a minute with the fundamentals. First thing we're going to talk about is the gable grip that I'm going to use. So to get the gable grip, I'll either put my hands together like I'm praying, and then I can rotate them and squeeze, no thumbs, or like if you were rolling Italian or Swedish meatballs, and I'm going to squeeze, okay, and I'm going to have a nice palm here. Same thing for my gable grip. The other thing we have to do is we talk about our stance. So my stance is always going to be lowering my level. I don't want my hips to be above his hips whenever I'm looking for a body lock. I'm going to actually be changing my levels with my gable grip, and then my elbows are going to start to pinch and come in. So I'm going to have this little space where I'm going to try to put him in, which is going to cause this crimp. My goal in any body lock is to break Joe's posture. So Joe's standing straight up and down. His head is over his hips are over his feet. He's in fairly good posture. If I can take his head out over his hips forward, I'm winning. If I can take his head and his hips away from each other from the side, again, I'm going to be winning that confrontation or putting myself in a position to be more efficient. I also could be taking his head and his hips backwards as well. And any of those positions, what I'm doing is I'm just starting to break his posture. So what I want to start to do is you guys can do like the individual drills of just getting into your body lock position, of just getting your level change, getting your gable grip, and then pinching your elbows, and I'm driving with my head. So we talk about inside head positioning. When my head is in front, it's very important that my head keeps nice and tight against his chest and or underneath his chin. So the first one I like to do is I like to have it from the side. I prefer to be on the side in all of my body lock system. I could have an arm trapped or not an arm trapped. If I trap an arm, I really like it to be the far side arm, because if I trap his inside arm, it's kind of easier for him to cut or to turn with that underhook and start to square back up. So if I get in there, say from like an arm drag, sometimes you can trap that arm, but I prefer to actually, if I'm going to trap an arm, trap that far side arm. Where this comes good in police work is if I have a body lock and he starts to present a weapon, go to his pocket, I can trap that arm, that weapon stays in there, and now I have that arm trapped as well for my takedown, or I can keep it in and then transition to my own weapon. The biggest thing about breaking posture from the side is when I come in, okay, and I'm going to get my gable grip, I need to go right around where Joe's waist is, right above his belt. I don't want to be on his hip, and I don't want to be high. I don't want to be low and I want to be high. Right where that belt is, and I get my gable grip. Now look, you can see where my head can be doing work here by tipping him back and driving, but I want to crimp his body. I want to take him out of posture. I do that by using my gable grip to bring his hips to me as my head and my upper body drive him more so at this 45. I don't want to take him straight sideways, straight back, or straight forward. I want to almost take him at that 45. It really gives me the ability to take him down that way or to lift him up on the side. So when I'm down in here, this is the crimp. Look, I'm going to pull his hips towards me as I drive with my head. This position here is what we call a point of no return. We have Joe at the point where we can just let him go and he would fall down, okay? Sometimes I get here and I can't. Maybe I want to lift him up and take him down. My hips do the lifting. My hips do the lifting. Okay. My head is in back. Nothing really changes. If I go all the way to the back here, if I come all the way to the back and Joe fights my hands, it's easy for him to peel, get his hips low, and turn out and turn in. So if I go to the back, I stay offset. If I arm drag him to the back and I get too far, I just come back around. When I come back around, I'm still behind him, my head's in the back, but I can lift, okay? I can crimp him, or I can lift, and now I can take him forward or backwards. Sometimes you'll get stuck in front here. Maybe he's punching me. I come in with my cover and crash, I change levels, and now my head again, winning inside head position, making him look up and away. My gable grip, I bring his hips to me, I drive his chest and head away, and I have that point of no return again. We try not to fight in front, but that's not a bad position if I can get double underhooks and change my level. So I prefer the side. If I get behind, I'm usually stepping one side or the other so I can lift with my hips here, or I can crimp him and take him down that way as well. The nice thing about the body lock is I control how hard I put him down. And in police work, we're always under control. So maybe it's actively fighting an assaultive guy. I'm going to put him down harder than I am maybe grandma that's coming at, swinging me, the person that has a mental health condition, a child that's 15, 16 years old that's trying to assault mom. I can put them down a lot easier than I can a suspect that's bigger, stronger, trying to assault me, because we're under control from these positions. We kind of drive how fast they're going to go to the ground.